All right, so here we are back in one of America's most underrated sports cities. Good to have you with us from Houston, Texas tonight inside Toyota Center. And this is the site of one of your biggest and I know most signature wins of your career against Gus back in 2015.
One of the biggest fights of my life was when I beat Alexander Gustafsson at UFC 192 when I retained my championship. One of the hardest fights of my entire life. The Toyota Center is a great fight arena.
Well, she lands the punch there. You know, it's one thing to have an edge in reach. It's another thing to take advantage. Nicely done by her there.
Big kick land.
So both girls landing right out of the chute. Well, you asked her on Thursday, how soon are you going to shoot? Very early. Nice job getting the fight to the ground here in the early going.
Sometimes taking that shot too early you can find yourself like Ben Askren. But she knew that she held a huge advantage. She implemented exactly what she wanted to do, and now she finds herself in a dominant top control position.
Ben Askren not going to be too happy if he plays EA Sports UFC 4.
He won't be happy with his boy.
All right, so she's able to work her way back to her feet now.
That one snuck in. Nice strike. You don't know when that leg kick's coming.
Continues to mix it up, going to the head, mixing in some body shots. Ooh, that shot was blocked. The hook lands on the counter. Zhang going with the kick to the body, but unable to find the range.
Big kick lands.
Oh, beautiful counter with the jab. Oh, there it is, right to the outside of that lead leg. She lands the kick.
She did a great job of landing that outside leg. Right hand punches the clinch.
Mixes it up nicely in terms of staying heavy and also staying active.
What a big time takedown.
Oh, and with conviction, she moves right into half guard.
Without much effort, she was able to pass from her full guard right into half guard.
Great movement by her here on the ground, and she just does it so fluidly and so easily. It's really Zhang's looking for an arm bar here. Nicely done. All right, half guard position for her here, and this is a spot where we've seen her have a lot of wild success in previous fights.
She has a tremendous amount of success in this position because she's so knowledgeable. She keeps the right side underhook, and she just goes to work with that left arm. She's posting and elbowing. She's building her posture and punching. There are just so many different ways for her to score strikes from this position.
Oh, the right hand is there for her. Stuffs the takedown shot there. How good is her takedown D? All right, so now she engages in the tie clinch, and of course, if you're fighting hands as the opponent, you leave everything else wide open.
You leave everything open, and she will dig big, brutal knees to the body.
Well, she's already landed several big takedowns, and there's another one. So you gotta like what you're seeing here. This offensive wrestling is on point.
It's unbelievable. The variety of takedowns is what I am truly a fan of. It's not just one thing. She is doing different approaches, different takedowns to really, really confuse her opponent.
All right, full guard here if you're the bottom fighter. Trying to prevent the half guard, I would say.
Yes, absolutely. Trying to keep her in full guard, throw up some submissions to get back to your feet. Beautiful leg kick thrown. Big kick. Game of inches right there, boy. Wow. It was good night if that landed.
Oh, effective strike there by zhangweili.
Liver kick, if you take those kicks, it's gonna shut your body off.
Takedown attempt late in the round, and she gets it. Man, she's got a pretty good left hand, went to it there.
She's a right-handed fighter, but the left side has become just as good as the right side.
All right, she's in full guard here, DC, but you know she passes as well as anybody in this division.
Oh, man, when she gets to the ground, she has an amazing ability to just be advancing or thinking advancement every single time. But her opponent has a great ability and a great sense of anticipation that when you try to go, she's able to get back to her feet, escape, and get to where she's comfortable.
All right, let's check out some of the action in that previous round, DC. She certainly kept the stat trackers busy with all those takedowns.
All those takedowns, and some really nice takedowns. She did a great job of level changing, getting into her opponent, not allowing her opponent to defend before she can secure her takedown.
That's what I'm talking about. Keep that up. Don't change a thing. Keep the pace. Keep set. All right, so she was able to take her opponent down really at will in the previous round. We'll see if her opponent has made the proper adjustments here.
It's going to be very difficult because the way that she attacks is so diverse. She's never just doing one thing and giving a pattern.
Right.
It's always like, it's like algebra, right? Her opponent's doing basic mathematics, but she's doing algebra. She's giving her so much information that she gets lost. And when her opponent gets lost, she's able to secure top position and really, really start to get damage off.
I get anxiety just hearing the word algebra. You do well in that?
No, John, no, I did horribly. I thought that I could use my graphic calculator to get the answer.
I'm not sure her striking has ever looked better, DC, finding the range with relative ease here tonight.
She's doing a great job of timing everything. She is seeing everything out there.
All right, so she does it again as she gets another takedown. Her opponent's done a decent job getting back to her feet, but once again gets planted firmly on her back here.
She needs to defend earlier because the moment this young lady gets her hands locked around your legs, locked around your body, she has so many different takedown attempts, so many different finishes, so many different skills, it's hard to keep up with her. She has to defend earlier, a lot earlier.
Well, her opponent is squirming, and this might be the beginning of the end. The ground and pound strikes continue to land at will.
She's landing it over and over again. She needs to make sure that when she's chasing the finish, she doesn't get excited and lose the position. Oh, nice.
Oh, nice job by her, but nicely done. Half guard position for her here, and if you're the bottom fighter, this is truly a case of pick your poison.
Yeah, you got to pick your poison. And if you're on the bottom, you got to be trying to find a way to escape that bottom leg. You cannot allow your opponent, you cannot allow her to sit on your leg and just throw big damaging strikes. You've got to make sure you're on an elbow, controlling underhook and getting back to your feet.
Well, she has certainly picked up the pace here in round two and starting to find herself in the pocket a little bit. She was a little bit hesitant in round one. No hesitancy whatsoever here in round two. She has clearly found her rhythm and range. Oh, she connected with that right hand, DC.
She's so fast when she throws it, there is no tell as to when that right hand is coming. If you take more of these leg kicks, you will not be able to be very active on your feet.
Educated jab right there from Zhangweili. This is a competitive division, but certainly looks like a fighter who could reign for some time.
I mean, China's first UFC champion, and Weili is the person that you want to see carrying the flag for her country. She has everything. She's even learned to speak English now. She understands the importance of drawing people in and capturing the imagination of the fight fans around the world. Oh, nice shot.
Nice job with that knee strike right there. She's thrown tonight. Her opponent's hurt.
Beautiful placement on that hook. What a great job of finding such a massive shot.
Oh, spinning back fist. All right, so we got a little bit of separation now, but watch out for the setup. You got to think she's going to shoot for another takedown.
She's going to shoot for another takedown, and it may not look pretty. It may be her taking a shot from halfway across the octagon. As long as she gets into contact, she is comfortable because she wants this fight down on the floor.
Oh, really using her reach advantage to land the jab there, DC. Weili gets caught with that punch. Don't be afraid to get that head off the center line.
It's such a fast leg kick. Big inside kick.
Landing with their beautiful straight punch, and now her opponent's firmly on the ropes.
But she can't take pictures now. She has to react. She has to go chase the finish.
just been able to keep her down, but she seems to be able to take her down at will.
And she has cardio to continue doing this for 15 minutes. It's not going to stop. It is going to be on her opponent to change the way that this fight is going. If she doesn't, she's going to continue to get taken down over and over again.
Zhang's back in half guard. All right, 20 seconds to go in the round. Man, she is just nonstop on the ground, moving in all the right directions. Another nice transition by her there.
She's moving a lot, but every movement has purpose.
Well, she was long on grappling experience coming into the UFC, and you see her chops here, just beautiful when it comes to the transition.
It's very difficult to keep up with her on the ground.
All right, let's take a look back at some of the action from that previous round. DC, chief among it, the big knockdown courtesy of that punch.
A big knockdown off of that punch. She was flowing, letting everything go, and then she sat down on that strike that put her opponent down. It looked like the fight was over, but we do go forward.
Excellent. She's ready to get knocked down again. I don't know how she survived that knockdown, but you're going to go out there and you're not going to...
All right, here we go with our next round. Previous round, both fighters had their moments. We'll see who takes the upper hand.
Both had their moments, but nobody really stood out. Nobody separated themselves from the other fighter. Which of these two women is going to be able to really charge out ahead in the next round?
All right, so she continues to land a high number of strikes here, just like she did in the previous round. As efficient as any striker in the division, this is a world-class display of striking here tonight.
Straight punch lands.
Oh! Knocked down by the spinning back fist!
You can never know what you're going to see with this young lady. Is she going to finish the fight?
Oh, keeping busy here off of her back. Nice offense from the bottom. Strong bottom work here, staying busy. Well, she did not miss a single grappling practice during this training camp, and here's your evidence. Outstanding movement on the ground.
She looks like a master of grappling with the great movement that she's showing on the ground.
All right, she postures up here, DC. We'll see if she can get those ground strikes here.
Watch for the huge elbows that she's known for.
Well, she's able to get up, but she is officially on wobbly legs. Just out of range with that right hand. Well, she's landed some good shots, but kind of point fighting a little bit, right? Nothing in terms of combinations.
And that's the problem. When you start point fighting and you're jabbing and it's landing, if your opponent's landing more dominant strikes, you run the risk of the judge scoring for them.
Right.
Get in there, stick great timing on that double leg.
Man, look at the redness appearing on the left side of her body there. That's starting to really add up. Good ground and pound by her here. She felt like she could finish the fight with her ground strikes tonight and might be well on her way here.
I mean, John, I believe it after watching the ground and pound that she's landing in this part of the fight.
3 minutes to go in round 3. Well, that left hand has been there for her tonight, not on that attempt. Oh, shot to the body connects there, beautifully placed. Oh, she scrambled eggs.
I mean, that is a big shot to the head. I cannot believe she's still standing. Big punch lands through the middle.
Well, she whiffs on the straight right hand. Zhang gets hit with a kick.
Ooh, big shot to the body.
Oh, spinning back fist for her out of nowhere. Oh, nice job by her to land the... Oh, huge right hand.
Can't take pictures now. She has to react. She has to go chase the finish.
Oh, vicious combo there. Zhang's has got full mount now. That is it. And that'll do it.
Oh, my goodness. What a performance.
That'll get the crowd on its feet. A near-perfect land to end the fight for her here tonight. Just the way she drew it up, she had her focus on the knockout, and that's exactly the way this fight ends. I'm not even sure the opponent saw the shot coming. They oftentimes say it's the shot you don't see coming that spells your fate, and that certainly spelled her fate here tonight. All right, we take a look back at some of the pictures from this one, and she had it all going on tonight, but certainly her boxing was on point.
Her boxing always is what allows her to dictate the pace of fights. Finally, she landed the strike that ended the night of her opponent.
We send it inside the octagon. Bruce Buffer has your official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Murgliano has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes of the third round. Declaring the winner by knockout,
Well, there she is.